Hello and welcome back to my channel. In the last Learning Flute episode, you learned how to play G, A, and B. I'm going to demonstrate those for you again for a little review. So that was G, A, and B. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to play C and D. No, C, D, and E above those notes. So I actually got my student flute out now. So this is the flute. This is like a standard flute that you should have. It should be similar to. So closed holes. This lever you should have opens up this key. And you should have this little key here. Don't worry about that too much. And just this foot joint. No extra slider over here. Okay. So, for C, you want to keep your flute balanced. This can be tricky. You want to keep your flute balanced with your hand and thumb, like I showed you in a previous video. You want this pinky down, this key, and just this pointer, just this. You are not having this down, this key down, because that's B. So to go from B to C, you just lift this. And you also want to, like, again, put, like, a little bit of pressure against your face. Not too much, just a little bit to help it keep it up. And here is C. So that is C. Practice going from B to C, like so. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing here. So that's all you do, just lift this. And D is difficult to go from C. It's going from as few fingers as possible to almost all of them. This is what we call the break. The break in woodwind instruments is when you go from not a lot of keys to almost all of them, and it like for the next note, and it's always difficult at first. You just need to keep practicing. So for D, this time you want the thumb back on, and you're skipping this. You're not pressing this key down like we did for all the other notes. You're not doing that. You're just going to put down these two keys right here, and then all of these keys, and no pinky. So again, just 2, 3, thumb, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So that is D. So D, 2, 3, thumb, 1, 2, 3. Practice going from C to D very slowly, and then try it faster if you can, slowly, very slowly. So what I mean by that is, here is C. but slowly, like hold out the note and then get your fingers ready and then go to D. Now, to help you with this, don't like keep your hands, like fingers up like this. You don't want to do that. Just keep them close to the keys like this. See how close my fingers are? You want to keep them right above, and if you want, just place them on the key. But for me, that is, I always felt weird doing that, and I was always afraid I would accidentally press down too hard to get a different note out. So just keep them like above as close as you can. Because if you do it way above, it's gonna be even more difficult and it'll sound weird. This is what I mean. See, you hear blips, and I accidentally pressed down on this key right here, which made that little weird sound in the middle. So you just want that. So just practice going from C to D and then D to C. Go as slow as you need to. Don't go too fast, too soon. It is a learning curve. So for E, you are gonna go from D. So just put your fingers on your flute like you're gonna play D. You're gonna put your pointer finger down on this key, and you're gonna put your pinky back on this key. But that's not it. You're also gonna lift this finger for E. This is E. Now this finger is like something with the ligaments and stuff where it's our weakest finger. Like if you try to put your finger down on something, and you try to lift it up, it usually, a lot of times, like to get up to a certain point, your pinky and other fingers go up along with it to assist. So it's generally our weakest finger in both of our hands. And so this can be difficult, but don't try to aim like so high. Just lift it just when it's just off the key. You don't need to go super high, just off the key. And going from D to E is also very tricky. You are going from this, no pinky, no pointer, to this, pointer, pinky, and lifting this finger. Like I said, between going with C to D, from going from D to E, practice it very slowly, and don't beat yourself up about not getting it right away. It is very difficult to get at first. So. And even take it slower than that. If you need to go D, then stop, and then look down and like finger it to get the feel for it, and then play it, all means, do that. Do the same thing between C and D. Yeah, this is what I mean. So I'm gonna start with the C and D. So C. I'm stopping, I'm looking down, and I'm putting my fingers where they need to go for D. Looking and double checking, and then there. And now for D to E, you do the same thing. So my fingers are already on D, and I just played it, so to get an E, I'm going to just check. I'm just gonna move my fingers around to get to the right places and double checking. And there you have it. Just keep practicing and practicing, and eventually you'll be able to get up there no problem. There. Yeah, you will be able to do that with practice and practice. I promise you. So, I haven't done this in the last couple of videos because it didn't occur to me, but I will leave down a fingering chart down in the description below. A fingering chart, if you don't know, is a chart that shows you what the fingerings are for different notes. Now, when I said earlier about placing the fingers, that's called fingering. So this right here, the D, this is the fingering for D. So I will refer to that more and more as the series continues. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Please like this video and subscribe and click the little bell to get notified every time I upload a video. I am uploading a video every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.